If you're over 60 and find your body no longer responds like it used to, you know it's more than just physical. It chips away at your confidence, your identity, even your sense of self. You start to feel invisible, like a shadow of the man you once were. But what if tonight marked a turning point? What if one simple, hands-only technique could reignite not just your performance, but your presence, your power, your pride? I'm Dr. Henry Carter, and in the next few minutes, you'll discover a natural, zero-risk massage routine that taps into your body's own healing circuitry, restoring blood flow, sensitivity, and confidence, all in under 15 minutes. I'm Dr. Henry Carter, a men's health specialist and professor of urology with over 30 years of experience helping thousands of men over 60 reclaim their vitality without a single pill or invasive procedure. I've seen men who believe their best days were behind them transform into the strongest, most alive versions of themselves by learning to harness their body's own natural systems. Tonight, I'm going to share the exact hands-only routine that's helped my patients restore blood flow, reawaken dormant nerve pathways, and rebuild the confidence they thought was lost forever. It's a simple private technique you can control entirely on your own, no doctor's appointment required. Stick with me and you'll learn how to tap into this hidden power so you can feel truly seen and in command of your body again. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan to reignite your circulation, sensitivity, and self-assurance in just 10-15 minutes each evening. You'll learn how to set the scene, perform each targeted massage move, and build a nightly ritual that delivers real measurable results. If you're ready to stop feeling invisible and start feeling alive again, tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another breakthrough tip. Then type yes in the comments if you're committed to reclaiming your power, or no if you need more clarity. Your feedback helps me serve you better. Why therapeutic touch works? Before we dive into the exact moves, it's crucial to understand why this simple touch-based practice holds such transformative power. It's not luxury, it's biology, a set of predictable scientific pathways that your body is built to respond to even after 60. First, let's talk stress. As we age, chronic stress elevates cortisol, the hormone that prioritizes survival over pleasure. High cortisol constricts blood vessels, dampens libido, and makes it harder for your body to switch into a state of relaxation where arousal can thrive. Therapeutic touch interrupts that loop. The moment you begin a slow, intentional massage, you trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, lowering cortisol and opening the door for healing. At the same time, touch floods your brain with oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone. We often associate oxytocin with relationships, but it also signals safety, trust, and connection within your own body. That signal tells your blood vessels it's safe to expand, and they do, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach tissues that have grown sluggish over time. Now, blood flow is just one piece of the puzzle. As we get older, our blood vessels naturally lose elasticity and our pelvic muscles can become chronically tight. Ironically, the very areas we need most flexibility in. By applying gentle, steady pressure in targeted zones, you mechanically open those pathways, encouraging arteries to dilate and veins to welcome fresh circulation. This is the same principle behind cardiovascular exercise, but here you are localizing it precisely where it matters most for sexual and pelvic health. But there's more. Nerves follow blood vessels. They thrive on oxygen and nutrients delivered by fresh circulation. Over decades, lack of stimulation causes these nerves to grow dormant. Signals between your brain and your most sensitive regions become faint. A focused massage reignites those pathways. Each deliberate stroke wakes up nerve endings and reestablishes the communication channels that tell your brain, yes, this feels good. Engage. You also engage deep-seated pelvic floor muscles that many men ignore until performance issues arise. When those muscles tighten without release, they act like a tourniquet, cutting off circulation and creating tension that fuels anxiety. A precise perineum massage releases that tension, like unclogging a kinked hose, allowing everything downstream to flow freely again. What's remarkable is how quickly you feel these effects. Within minutes of relaxed touch, you'll notice warmth spreading, a subtle tingling, even a gentle pulsing in your lower body. That's your circulatory system responding, opening, expanding, awakening. And as the physical barriers to arousal recede, the psychological barriers fade too. Confidence isn't just a feeling, It's a biochemical state supported by proper blood flow, neural feedback, and hormonal balance. This isn't theory. In my 30 years of clinical practice, I've guided hundreds of men through this exact sequence. I've watched a 72-year-old who'd resigned himself to impotence rediscover morning firmness after only a week. I've seen men report not just better erections, but improved posture, less back tension, and a renewed sense of aliveness in everyday life. That's because when you tap into your body's built-in healing systems, the benefits go far beyond the bedroom. So understand this therapeutic touch is a bridge away to move from stress and disconnection back to calm, responsive, and confident living. It resets your internal environment, telling your mind and body simultaneously that it's safe to let go, safe to feel, and safe to perform. Once you grasp this, why the how becomes not just a series of techniques, but a ritual of self-empowerment. And that ritual will be our next focus step by step, so you can begin tonight. Section 5, what this massage does inside your body. Now that you understand the deep biological reasons therapeutic touch matters, let's take a closer look at exactly what happens inside your body when you perform this massage. Knowing these details will not only build your confidence in the technique, but also help you notice and celebrate each positive change as it unfolds. First, let's focus on circulation. In men over 60, the blood vessels in and around the pelvic region often lose flexibility. Arteries that once dilated easily can become stiff, and veins may struggle to return blood efficiently. This combination leads to sluggish, flow-reduced oxygen delivery and diminished ability to achieve and maintain an erection. When you apply gentle rhythmic pressure to the lower abdomen and inner thighs, you mechanically encourage those vessels to open. Imagine your hands acting as a soft pump, guiding oxygen-rich blood into the tissues that create firmness. Within seconds, you may feel a subtle warmth, your body's immediate response, as vessels relax and widen. Next, consider the vast network of nerves that govern sensation and arousal. Over years of diminished stimulation, those nerves can go quiet. As your hands glide over the base of the penis in a controlled circular motion, you're not seeking sexual stimulation or climax. Instead, you're retraining your nervous system to recognize and respond. Each rotation brings fresh blood to nerve endings, literally waking them up. That reconnection between your brain and your body is what allows you to regain sensitivity, and with it, the pleasurable feedback loop that drives arousal. Now let's dive deeper into the oft-overlooked pelvic floor muscles. These muscles cradle the pelvic organs and play a crucial role in maintaining firmness and control. When they become tense or fatigued, they can constrict blood flow like a tightened belt, creating both physical and psychological barriers to performance. By applying targeted pressure to the perineum, the area between scrotum and anus, you release that hidden tension. With consistent practice, those muscles learn to relax more fully, eliminating the unconscious clenching that may have been sabotaging your erections and contributing to discomfort or lower back stiffness. As circulation improves and nerves reawaken, you'll notice not just changes in sexual function, but a surprising array of secondary benefits. Better blood flow nourishes muscles and joints, which can translate into reduced back pain and improved posture. You may find yourself standing taller, walking with more ease, and carrying a renewed sense of vitality through every part of your day. That ripple effect underscores how intimately connected our systems truly are. When one aspect of health is optimized, others follow. But the magic doesn't stop there. Touch also delivers a powerful psychological boost. Each session reminds your mind that you are actively tending to your body's needs. This sense of agency, knowing you hold the keys to your own healing, fosters renewed self-esteem. As you witness tangible improvements from subtle tingling to firmer morning erections, your confidence grows. That confidence then feeds back into your hormonal system, reducing performance anxiety and further lowering cortisol levels. It becomes a virtuous cycle. The more you invest in your practice, the more your body rewards you, and the more motivated you feel to continue. Let's look at a practical example. One patient of mine, a 75-year-old retired teacher, described feeling a dead zone in his lower body, no warmth, no sensation, and a near constant sense of fatigue. After just 3 nights of the prescribed massage routine, he called to tell me he'd woken up with an erection for the first time in years. More strikingly, he noticed his mornings began with greater energy, And by the end of the first week, he was walking without his usual shoulder stiffness. His experience illustrates how targeted touch can activate not only sexual function, but also overall well-being. Another critical piece is muscular engagement. When you perform the massage, you're activating fine motor control in your hands and fingers, and exercise in mindfulness and coordination. That neuromuscular engagement helps maintain dexterity and strength in your hands and forearms areas, often neglected as we age. In essence, the technique offers a 2-for-1 benefit. You're enriching your pelvic health while simultaneously exercising the very tool your hands that delivers the therapy. It's also worth noting the hormonal interplay at work. Alongside the oxytocin surge we discussed earlier, regular practice can help normalize testosterone levels. While massage alone won't dramatically elevate testosterone, it reduces factors that deplete it. Chronic stress and poor circulation both contribute to hormonal imbalance. By lowering stress hormones and improving blood supply, you establish a healthier environment for your body's own hormone production. All these processes, vascular dilation, nerve activation, muscle release, hormonal balancing, and psychological reinforcement, combine to create lasting transformation. You're not simply looking for a quick fix. You're cultivating a holistic change that touches every system: cardiovascular, neurological, muscular, hormonal, and emotional. In time, your body learns to maintain these new pathways even between sessions, making each massage more efficient and effective than the last. Understanding precisely what happens beneath the skin empowers you to track your progress. Notice the first flutter of warmth, the subtle pulse, the return of sensation where there was numbness. Celebrate the reduction in back tension and the lift in your posture. Acknowledge the lift in your mood when you step into a room with renewed confidence. These markers are proof that your body is rewiring itself for better performance and deeper well-being. In the next section, we'll translate this understanding into a clear, step-by-step routine. You'll learn exactly where to place your hands, how much pressure to apply, and the pacing that yields the best results. By aligning your why with the what, you'll approach the how with purpose and conviction, ready to experience the full power of this life-changing massage. Section 6, How to do the massage. Now that you understand the why and what behind this practice, let's walk through the how step by step. This technique requires nothing more than your own hands, a quiet space, and a willingness to slow down. Follow these 6 phases in sequence, and you'll be well on your way to reawakening your body's natural systems. 1. Prepare your environment. Begin by creating a safe, comfortable setting. Evening works best ideally after a warm shower or bath to loosen your blood vessels. Find a private spot where you won't be interrupted. Dim the lights or use a soft lamp and choose calming music or silence. The goal is to signal to your nervous system that it's time to relax and reconnect. 2. Warm up lower abdomen. 1-2 minutes. Lie or sit comfortably with your back supported. Place both hands flat just below your navel. Using gentle circular motions, massage outward toward the hips. Keep your pressure light but firm enough to feel the underlying muscle. Move slowly, about 1 full rotation every 2 seconds. This warms the lower abdominal tissue, eases tension in the pelvic nerves, and primes blood vessels for increased flow. 3. Inner thigh glide, 1-2 minutes per leg. Transition your hands to the upper inner thighs. With palms flat, glide upward toward the groin in a smooth, continuous stroke. Apply moderate pressure enough to press into the muscle, but not to cause pain. Repeat this 3 to 5 times on each leg, maintaining a steady rhythm. This action encourages circulation from the large thigh arteries into the pelvic region, effectively priming the pump. 4. Base of penis ring. 1-2 minutes. Form a loose circle with your thumb and index finger, then place it around the base of your penis. Gently rotate the circle in small, consistent motions, about a quarter turn per second. Focus on guiding blood toward the erectile tissue rather than achieving stimulation. Keep your grip light. Think of this as waking the nerves and vessels rather than creating friction. You should feel a subtle warmth and fullness beginning to develop. 5. Perineum release. 1-2 minutes. Move your attention to the perineum, the area between the scrotum and anus. Using 2 fingers, apply light circular pressure in slow, deliberate rotations. Start small, about the size of a quarter, and gradually expand to a 3 to 4 inch diameter circle. This release helps free the pelvic floor muscles, reducing chronic tension that can constrict blood flow and fuel performance anxiety. 6. Full abdomen warm down. 1-minute finish by placing both hands across your entire lower abdomen. With very light pressure, sweep outward from the center in long, soothing strokes. Think of this as sealing in the work you've done, promoting uniform warmth and signaling closure to your nervous system. Breathe deeply throughout, inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 6 to maintain a parasympathetic state. Throughout each phase, maintain a slow, mindful pace. If your mind drifts, gently refocus on the sensation of your hands moving over skin and muscle. Pay attention to the gradual increase in warmth, the subtle pulsing, and any tingling that emerges. Those sensations are your body waking up. Consistency is key. Aim to perform this full sequence nightly for at least 7 consecutive days. As you grow more comfortable, you can adjust timing, extending warm-ups, or focusing additional time on areas that feel especially tight. But always begin with the 6 core phases above. By following these steps with intention and care, you transform a simple set of movements into a powerful ritual, a personal practice that tells your body, I am here, I am paying attention, I trust you. And that message delivered night after night rekindles the very systems that underlie strength, sensitivity, and confidence. Next, we'll map out how to turn this routine into an unbreakable nightly habit. Section 7, start tonight. Your 7-day habit plan. Creating lasting change means turning this massage into a nightly ritual rather than a one-off experiment. Here's a simple science-backed 7-day plan to help you build consistency and track your progress. Day 1-2, familiarization, 10-15 minutes each evening. Goal: get comfortable with the setting and basic movements. Routine: set your space warm, shower dim lighting, calm music. Complete the full 6-phase sequence at a gentle pace. Focus on breathing steadily, inhale for 4, exhale for 6. What to notice: any initial warmth or tingling, how your hands feel moving across your skin, emotional response, relief, self-awareness. Day 3-4, sensory deepening, 10-15 minutes goal. Heighten your awareness of physical sensations. Routine: continue the full sequence, adding 30 seconds to the warm-up and warm-down phases. During each phase, silently name the sensation you feel: warmth, softening, pulse. What to notice: stronger warmth, subtle pulsing. Early nerve responses, gentle tingles, slight sensitivity. Reduction in tension, particularly in lower back or thighs. Day 5-6, performance markers, 10-15 minutes goal. Begin observing functional improvements. Routine: perform the sequence with focus on areas that felt tight. After the massage, spend a minute standing up, noticing posture and ease of movement. What to notice: morning erections, frequency and firmness. Ease in pelvic and lower back movement. Mood upon waking, energy levels, confidence. Day 7, reflection and reinforcement, to 10-15 minutes goal. Cement the habit and plan next steps. Routine: complete the full massage. Journal briefly 2-3 sentences about your week's experience, sensations, physical changes, emotional shifts. Choose a consistent cue for ongoing practice, same time music track or scented candle. What to notice: overall improvement in comfort, circulation, and confidence. Any lingering tightness to address in future sessions. Sense of accomplishment and readiness to continue. Beyond week 1, building your ritual, consistency over duration. It's better to do a 10-minute massage nightly than a 30-minute session sporadically. Trigger your brain. Use the same pre-massage cue shower playlist candle to train your mind and body to shift into ritual mode. Adjust and personalize. If specific areas feel stubborn, allocate an extra minute there. If time is tight, maintain at least 3 core phases. Warm-up, base of penis, ring, perineum release. Track progress, continue journaling weekly. Note improvements in erections, posture, mood, and overall presence. By treating this massage as a non-negotiable part of your evening routine, like brushing your teeth, you leverage the power of habit to lock in physical and psychological gains. Each night you show up for yourself, you reinforce the message that your well-being matters, and you signal your body to maintain these newly awakened pathways. Over time, you'll move from tentative curiosity to confident mastery, rediscovering the strength, sensitivity, and self-assurance you deserve. Section 8, mindset shift and identity reframe. Oftentimes, the greatest barrier isn't physical, it's mental. Many men over 60 begin to believe they've faded into the background, that their best days are behind them. But the truth is, you're not invisible. You've simply lost connection with the very body that's carried you through decades of life, love, and achievement. Tonight, we're going to reclaim that connection and reframe what aging really means. First, recognize that every line on your face and every gray hair tells a story of strength, wisdom, and resilience. You've overcome challenges provided for loved ones and built a life worth living. That history doesn't vanish when you turn 60, it deepens. When you perform this massage ritual, you're not just improving blood flow. You're honoring your body's journey and sending a powerful message: I still matter. I still deserve pleasure, confidence, and presence. Second, understand that control is a mindset. You may have felt powerless when pills didn't work or when treatments felt out of reach. But this technique returns agency back to you. No prescriptions, no appointments, no dependence. Your hands become instruments of empowerment. Each night you choose to show up, you reinforce a new narrative. I am the author of my own vitality. Third, shift from performance anxiety to performance curiosity. Instead of focusing on outcomes, erections, firmness, partner reactions, focus on exploration. Notice how your body responds to each stroke, how warmth spreads, how tension melts away. That curiosity transforms pressure into play, turning what once felt clinical or awkward into an act of self-care and discovery. Fourth, reframe aging as arriving at a deeper, more authentic version of yourself. Youth is often about external appearance and raw energy. Maturity is about refined presence and inner strength. When your body responds to this ritual, it's not just about recapturing lost function, it's about integrating decades of experience with renewed vitality. You're not chasing youth, you're defining a powerful new chapter. Finally, share this empowerment. While the practice is private, the confidence it fosters is public. As your posture improves and your mood lightens, you'll carry yourself with quiet authority. Conversations become easier, eye contact more natural, and relationships more authentic. By reclaiming your physical self, you invite others to see the full depth of who you are, seasoned, capable, and undeniably present. Remember every step you've taken so far. Understanding the biology, performing the massage, building the habit leads to this moment of transformation. You're not just someone following a routine, you're a man rediscovering his power, rewriting his story, and stepping fully into the life you still deserve. Embrace this shift, own your strength, and know that tonight's practice is more than therapy. It's a declaration: I am here, I am alive, and I am visible. Section 9, Conclusion and Final CTA. Aging isn't about disappearing, it's about discovering a deeper expression of your strength, confidence, and vitality. Tonight and every night, you have the power to reconnect with your body's natural healing systems through this simple massage ritual. Remember, you're not invisible, you're simply waiting to be seen again, both by yourself and the world around you. If you're ready to reclaim your presence and confidence, hit subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with a friend who deserves to feel alive again. Then type "alive" in the comments when you complete your first session tonight. I'll be cheering you on every step of the way.